Last night I saw a superhero. He was black. He said this is for the streets. Black Lightning's back. Welcome to the ride back. Just got around to watching CW's new show, Black Lightning. To be honest with you, I did not know about Black Lightning at all going into this show. Only that he's like, I think he's supposed to be like DC's first African-American superhero, which was made in like the 1970s, like late 1970s. And I was like, wow, that's kind of late to make one like that. But I watched it, and wow, this is going to be a good show. I can tell this is going to be really, really good. It's a lot different than the rest of the Arrowverse. In fact, I'm confident in saying this, that it is not part of the Arrowverse. So, you know, it's not, you know, it has nothing to do with Arrow or the Flash or Legends or any of that stuff. You know, I mean, that's kind of disappointing. But in a way, I think this show is going to be a lot better for it. And the reason why is this show is a lot different than the rest of the Arrowverse. For what I mean by that is Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, all of these are very lighthearted superhero fun. Black Lightning is a whole lot more real. In fact, the very first thing that we deal with in the show, which by the way is the character's real name is Jefferson Pierce, and we skip over all of his earlier career as Black Lightning, and we jump ahead forward to where he's the principal of a high school. His daughters are both in high school. Actually, one I think is older, but they're both there, and and he's separated from his wife because he went along with his superhero career, and then he separated from him because he's like, all right, I'm not going to do it anymore. So he's not been a superhero for 9 years. And the very first thing we see out of this show, and this goes back to what I was talking about, how it's more real and more, it hits close to where we are in society right now. Not to say that this has changed, like this is different from what it has been, but it's definitely very forward in the media nowadays. You know, we're seeing more and more of this, and that is to say, police discrimination against African Americans, and that on top of the fact that Jefferson Pierce about Black Lightning is also having to deal with the 100 gang, who, you know, are just basically running amok all over the city, and he's basically like, I can tell that he's gonna kind of reintroduce himself to the city in hopes that he can clean it up. So that seems to be where they're going. In fact, it was a lot different early on, and then like towards the end, you do see Black Lightning in his full suit, and he's using his powers, and all that's really cool, which is like electronic manipulation and lightning zapping, and he obviously knows martial arts, and he used to be an Olympic athlete, and all this stuff is in canon with his character from what I've read. But all of that aside, it's more, I don't know if the rest of the season or the rest of the series is going to be like this, but the series seems to be more focused on African American society around the country as it as it's being reflected on right now. That is to say, discrimination and just all around, man, it's just a very, it was a very eye-opening show. I mean, I had already known about this stuff, and you know, and it's horrible. But this brings it to the forefront. It's all in your face, and you're seeing that. And that's one of the very first things we see is he gets pulled over in the rain just because he's black. And even though he does retaliate a little bit against the police officers with his electronic manipulation powers, you know, he doesn't outright hurt them at the time. So they're later on, I don't want to spoil it, but you know, there's other stuff in there. But yeah, this is a really good show, and I really encourage anyone who has not seen it to watch it. It's going to be really good. And what I'm going to do for the ride back when it comes to TV shows and series, which, by the way, there were a lot this week. Good gosh. The return of Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and of course the S.H.I.E.L.D. is still going on, which is actually also pretty good. I'm really digging the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season. So a lot of that's going on also. But this show is going to be a lot different from those shows. It's going to be, you know, I just really like where this show is and where it's going. And I'm looking forward to more episodes. Oh, and like I said, for the ride back, what I'll do is for TV shows, we'll do the season premiere, and what my thoughts on that one, like today, or the season opener, and then we'll do the last episode, season finale of an episode. That way, I'm not reviewing every single episode. I think that might be a bit excessive. So yeah. Final thoughts on Black Lightning. Very cool. Love the direction they're going with the show. It's very good, and I would encourage you to check it out if you give it an opportunity. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and please take a minute to like, comment, and subscribe for more super videos.